Okay.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're on our first episode officially. I'm excited for this one. So we're talking a little bit off the recording, but the first question is like we're getting into cancel culture. What do you think
Yeah.
about? What are your thoughts on
I
cancel culture as of today, 2021?
I just think that a lot of it has to do with, like, I know a lot of people like to talk about people being too sensitive, but I don't think it's sensitive. It might be sensitive, but I also think that it's people just wanting to be a part of something and trying to like stop something, but like it's more about hating. I feel like they hate, and I don't know why. Like I don't understand, like why, if you hate it so much, like just don't be a part of it, don't be a part. You don't have to be a part of it. No one want, if you don't like this music, doesn't mean that you have to go and cancel Eminem because you don't like his music or because he talks a lot of shit, like, there's other people that talk so much shit over here, but you don't see them canceling that. But it's just really, it's
What
just
do you mean?
this generation, huh?
What do you mean? There's other people and they don't cancel that shit. What are you talking about?
Oh, like, yeah, I don't know, like, you have, well, let's see, I'm trying to get an example here.
Yeah, yeah,
um
sure. Take your
you know
time.
like, well, you have, yeah, you have comedians, and people like comedians, right? Comedians talk a lot of shit, right? But Eminem, he talks a lot of shit too, but then you have people that are comedians that have, like, they're just like dark humor comedians, but people like that shit because it's funny, right? Because that's what it's supposed to be, funny. But this guy's over here being serious and saying all these things, and they're like, oh no, we don't like that, we don't like him singing about it, but this person over here is making a joke about it. That's fine, you know but they don't, what I'm saying? Like, it's just it I feel like people are sensitive, but they're sensitive to the point where they just get angry about it so much, they just really want to just stop, like, everything, and it's just, it gets annoying afterward, because a lot of stuff they want to stop, and a lot of stuff that people hate, it's like all of a sudden, like, it becomes everything. It's everything, dude. It's everything that you've ever, like, known before. Like, they don't like it anymore. Like, these kids don't like it, so they don't want it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of weird.
What do you think
Yeah.
about like I think was it Gina Carano and the Mandalorian? Did you hear about that?
Oh no, I heard that she,
She said some shit
yeah,
and they're like
she
fire.
did say something. Well, I think I think people are like, I think, well, do you know what she said exactly? Because I
She
think I
said
don't.
she said, and it's not per quote or anything, but she said that like the mask rules kind of thing is like comparable to Nazi Germany, where and the example is like, I mean, that's fucking harsh to say, but like I think she was trying to say that like the rules are fucking like there's this way or nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's one of those people, and I hate to say, well, I'll say the term like she's an anti-masker. Like
Mm.
you're on my rights. I should be able to not wear a mask if I don't want to.
Got you. Got
Blah
you.
blah
Got you.
blah, and that's what she said, and she got fired.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So I know that obviously the whole mask thing is supposed to be for our own good, right? For our own health and everything like that. But I I kind of, there's always two sides to something, right? But other people are saying, like, oh, but you should mask up because you're just thinking about yourself, and you're not thinking about anyone else around you. But 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 if somebody has their own opinion on something, like, supposedly, it's freedom of speech. You can do whatever you want, right? You can say whatever you want. It's fine, right? That's what they say. But when you're a celebrity, dude, like, and if you say something, like, it hits people, and they see it, and then you get put on blast, for
Yeah.
saying these things. But, and I get it, dude. I get it. Like,
There-
you can say whatever you want, but there's a there's a line you can't cross. There's a line you can't cross. But like, I think the comedian that was on that Mandalorian show, what's his name?
Bill Burr.
The Bill Burr. He
Yeah.
kind of defended her. And I saw what he said, and I was like, kind of like, well, yeah, I think he said something about, like,
She's a
she's
sweet
like,
girl.
she's a sweet girl.
Right.
She's just expressing her own opinions or whatever. So, like, I don't understand why. Like, he's a perfect example. He talks a lot of shit too, and but you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah, but
and he's right.
I feel like he doesn't say he says funny crazy shit, but if he
Hmm.
does, it's not. It's like if she said, I think it's just the level she said it. She said this shit
Oh,
like Nazi Germany.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like fuck, that's pretty extreme.
it is pretty extreme. It is pretty extreme. But then we also, well, I'm gonna say we, I would say, society, these days compare the police to Nazi Germany. You know, they get pulled over and somebody says, "Oh, this the whole cop, all the police in the United States are
Yeah,
just a bunch of fucking Nazi Germany." I feel like I'm back in fucking 1940 whatever.
yeah.
So
I
you know
have.
what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like people say that stuff. So, but if she said it, then like she's just talking about the government. Just like people talk about the police. So
I,
it's
I think she just. I think you're right in the sense that she should be able to say what she wants, just freedom of speech.
yeah.
But I think she just phrased. This is my personal thought. I think
She
she
phrased it wrong.
phrased
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
And not all of them, but certain celebrities are like held to a higher standard,
Yeah,
regardless of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
women or men or whoever. Sometimes they're gonna get shit on, whoever
Yeah,
they are.
absolutely.
Bill Burr, he's like known to be funny, but I'm somewhat of a fan of him. I'm a fan of
hmm
his, but like I don't
hmm
know his whole catalog.
Yeah,
Me, he says funny, crazy shit, but it doesn't. And to me, it never crosses a line where he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, what the fuck? Like, why would you say that?" You know what I mean?
But the funny that sometimes he does say shit that I'm listening to him say it, and I'm thinking he's about to cross the line, but then he like says something funny, and I'm just like, all right, it's cool, it's funny. I got it. I understand what he's saying. So you're right though. You're right though. You can't go too far with it. Like, for instance, like if The Rock said it, that fucking, what I'm saying, like he's a big time celebrity, and if he starts talking about saying Nazi Germany and shit, then he's gonna be like, okay, people are gonna be start shitting on him too, so
I think
because
so.
he's such an icon, he's an icon,
Like,
he's people that look up to that dude, so
yeah, like
uh
The Rock can't do any wrong. So
no,
I don't know how
exactly.
they react to that, but
Yeah, yeah.
I think so too with her. She had said something beforehand. Like she said
hmm
something crazy before, like
hmm
one thing before that,
hmm
but people let it slide. They're like, all right, well, fuck, that bitch is crazy,
hmm
whatever. But then she said that Nazi Germany thing, and they're like, all right, no, 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 you gotta fire her. She's crazy. Like,
yeah, yeah. But
so
see, that's the part that sucks though, dude, is like at that point, like it's almost like it's almost like their their voices, or the people that want you gone, like they force the hand of your employer to like fire you.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy to me to know that at any point social media, uh, I say social media because that's what it is, but people
people.
can end you. People can end you, dude. People can end your fucking career, and it could make you look really bad. You're always gonna be known as that person that said this shit, like, and no one will ever let that go. Because even if it happened today, and then let's just say 6 months pass and everyone forgets about me for a minute, like fucking a year later, somebody goes, "Hey, remember that fucking guy that fucking said this and this and this?" Then it'll come back and haunt you again. It's always gonna come back. Like, the perfect example of who fucking always gets haunted by the shit that happened to him.
True.
Because I was just watching this recently. Uh, Carlos Mencia, you
Yeah,
know, he started stealing jokes and they started calling him Carlos Mencia and whatever.
yeah,
And I was watching this thing where he was on a podcast and he was talking to Bobby Lee, I think,
yeah.
and they were talking about that. He was talking about his life and how that what happened, and honestly, dude, like listening to him talk, like I started to feel bad for the guy, dude. I felt bad. I
I
felt bad for the guy.
I never heard that, and I don't mean to interrupt you if I did.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't, I never heard the podcast, but there's another thing to him that I don't like. His
What's
name's
that?
not Carlos.
Oh,
Carlos.
it's not. It's not.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Ned. Ned
It's
some shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Net,
He
yeah.
he pretended to be a Mexican.
hmm
And he got a majority of his money from pretending to
Yeah,
be a Mexican. So
yeah,
not only was he pretending to be a Mexican comedian,
yeah, yeah,
he was
yeah,
stealing fucking jokes from other comedians.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
to me, like you're saying, you're feeling bad for a guy. I don't feel bad for
Well,
him at all.
well,
He
well, well,
bankrolled
just
a lot of money.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Boo hoo! You couldn't get another fucking house with a pool.
But
I don't
just,
know, man,
just,
but
just the way he was talking about it for a minute there, but then when he started saying this, he started saying, "Oh, I think somebody had told him why don't you just apologize? Like, why don't you just apologize? You know, like, and just end it. Like, apologize. And he goes, oh, okay. Well, he goes, to who? Who am I apologizing to? And they go, well, obviously, you know, people that believe, you know, everyone thinks that you stole these jokes. Like, why don't you apologize? He's like, yeah, but who are the people? If you tell me who I need to apologize to, like exactly the person, their name, tell me, and he goes, I will go apologize to them. He goes, I don't have anybody that I need to apologize to. He's like, you know, you can go back and look at all my tapes and everything where I've done all my stuff. He goes, and you let me know what part. He goes, and if I did say something, he's like, I don't try to steal jokes, you know, but if it's something close to something you said, then I'm sorry, you know, and I won't say it again. I'm like, yeah, but that's what everyone always. I was like, but
Yeah,
that's what
you
people
say.
say. They get caught up, you know.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
people
for sure.
say. Like,
Yeah.
oh, if it's there, like, then I'll stop. And it's just like, no, dude, like, that's when I started saying, like, okay, this guy's full of shit. Like,
He's full of shit.
because, like,
Like,
yeah,
who,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
come on, bro. Like, I just, like, me personally, like, Latino fans that you took money from willingly,
yeah.
pretending like you got movie roles. I don't know. I just watched that movie with Ben Stiller
Which
where
one?
he's he's like on his honeymoon with his wife, and then
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
falls in love with another girl, but
yeah,
Carl
yeah, yeah,
Diaz in it, and he pretends to be like the most stereotypical Mexican, like what I can't even do the fucking impression. You have to watch it.
yeah.
Oh, it's called, I remember it's called The Heartbreak Kid.
The high rate, I see that. Yeah, I
The
see it. I see
Heartbreak
it.
Kid. It's like early 2000s. He
Uh,
has a fat, like fake mustache, and he's like shitty Spanglish. You know, I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
the people, bro. And it's funny. I don't remember that lady's name, but she was that white lady that pretended to be black. Bro, she got
Ah,
shit on hard.
oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know the actress. I don't know
No,
like
she
her.
wasn't an actress. She was like a social something, like an associate professor or some shit, like in a school or something. If I show
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
she
yeah,
would like curl her hair really curly.
yeah,
She'd get like
yeah,
dark spray tan, so she
yeah,
looked African American, but
yeah,
like
yeah,
everybody shit on her. I had to
yeah.
Google it real quick, but I don't remember her name. But
No, 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 no. I know who I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, it was all over the news. I saw that. Um, yeah, dude, that's another thing. You can't be claiming something you're not. You know, because yeah, I mean, I just think it's scary dude, these days because you can't really say much, dude. Like as much as I want to go on social media and I see people talking shit, like I don't even like talking shit to anybody online because like it really does snowball and it will fucking people start looking at your shit and they start to put you out there and then like it's just it's not a good thing. Like it's makes you not want to be on it, you know.
well, you
So
could
it's
definitely be found.
cool.
Like if you're on social media, they can definitely find you
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
see
yeah.
all your shit, and it's fucking crazy.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's a
And
crazy animal.
but the thing is that like it's crazy because like sometimes sometimes on Facebook it starts showing you old posts that you post you that I'm talking about in general. You get old stuff that says, oh yeah, you posted this back like 5 years ago. And you look at that, you're like, damn, I post that shit? That's fucking stupid. Why would I post that? Like it just doesn't sound like me. But then you have these people that really do post crazy ass shit, and they're like, yeah, dude, like you said that shit, and it's right there, and it will always come back and bite you in the ass. Like
Yeah.
it's always going to. So you got to be super careful. And honestly, I think for the most part, as far as I've been on social media, I don't really talk too much on there. But if I do, I'm really careful about what I say, dude, because I just do not want to fucking start some bullshit and be like, oh, you're that guy. You're that fucking guy that said this. Because, I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to be an enemy of anybody online because they'll find you. They'll find your information. They'll fucking find out where you live. And it's ridiculous. I think it's fucking crazy.
That shit reminds me of that. It was on Twitter.
Mm,
There was she was a passenger on an airplane. She flew like 12 hours, but before she left, like she was boarding, she wrote a tweet that said something something. Oh no, because I'm white or some shit like that. Oh no,
mm-hmm,
she said like some bad derogatory shit.
mm-hmm.
She's like, oh no, I'm not black, and then like put her phone away, and she
Uh-huh.
flew like 12 hours, and then when she landed, everyone was fucking murdering her on Twitter. You fucking racist bitch. You like you shall go kill yourself. Like everything, dude.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't say crazy. And you know what, dude? That brings me to another thing. I think the whole race thing, the whole race card thing. I think, and the reason I'm bringing this up right now is because obviously it's relative, you know, like it's happening right now, and at the same time, I was, I wasn't, I wasn't involved in something like this, but you know when you're at those in those moments where you like you get somewhere and it's like the right place at the right time type of deal, you know, like so I'll just get to it. So I stopped at an AM PM to pick up a water, dude. Like I was just trying to get a water. I walk in, and when I walk in, as soon as I'm coming through the doors, there's these two guys at the register with the guy from the AM PM, right? The other guy, he's on the other side of the glass, and the guys are like looking at their wallets, right? One guy looks like he's dressed normal, like street clothes. The other guy is dressed like he just got off work and had like the shirt that said like, you know, Escondido something, I don't know, some auto place. I'm thinking, okay, whatever. These guys are just probably taking out money. They're about to pay for whatever they got.
Yeah.
So then I go to the back and get the water. And as I'm looking for what I'm gonna get, I start hearing the guy saying, "So what? You're not gonna sell me?" He's like, "Bro, I'm 21. You're not gonna sell me beer?" He's like, "No, I can't." He's like, the guy's telling, "I can't sell you anything because you're like you need an ID. Like it's just you need to give me your ID. Like that's just how it works." I know that some people will sell anyway, but I don't want to lose my job. That's what I heard the guy say. So then, all of a sudden I hear the guy go, whatever. It's because you're Mexican. He's like, you're a racist. He's like, you're a racist. And the guy's like, oh my God. He's like, no, it ain't, no, whatever. It ain't like that. And then I'm like, fuck, dude. Like I have to go up there right now. You know, I have to go pay for my shit. You know, and these guys are in the middle of a fucking race thing. You know, so I'm like, okay. So I walk up there, dude. And the first thing the guy says to me, or I'm kind of standing there waiting for the guys to finish. And the guy goes, the guy that's trying to buy the beer, he goes, oh, hey, bro, go ahead. He's like, pay for your stuff. He's like, but hey, this guy's not going to sell you beer because he's a racist. That's like, it's just the weirdest shit that's happening, dude. I cannot believe this is happening. I'm like, am I on a fucking show? Like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
So then I go, I kind of blow the guy off. I say, I go, well, first thing, I'm not buying beer. I'm buying water. I go, second, I go, this guy's not racist. And the guy looks at me like, you know, hey, you know, I thought we were Mexican, you know, I thought we're like, you know, we're raza, you're supposed to stick together. But I'm just like, oh, this guy's not racist. I've been in and out of this fucking NPM like I'm just about every weekend on my way to Temecula. I'm always stopping in here. This guy's the nicest fucking guy. Like, you know, it's cool as fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And then as soon as I said that, and I put my shit down and started buying, the guys left. They left and they took off quick, dude. They took off. And the guy goes, he's like, hey man, he's all, I appreciate that, man. He's like, you diffuse that situation. I was like, no, man, you can't use that card. You can't use that card whenever you want. Like it's not always gonna work for you, you know.
Yeah.
I'm on. If you really were being racist, and I guess yeah, you know, they could say that, but like you just cannot throw that out there and say, oh, you're being racist because you don't want to sell me beer. Like, motherfucker, I wouldn't sell you beer if you didn't fucking show me your ID, you know, like
Yeah.
so. And I was like, it was just irritating to hear that. It's irritating because it's happening right now. But people think that they can just use it whenever they want because they're not getting their way, you know. So and he's like, yeah, man. He's all sorry. He's all damn. That makes me feel bad. Like, you know, as a white man, you know, in America, you know, you're always gonna be put in that spot. And I'm like, nah, man. Like, and I'm sorry. You know, I told him, I go, I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro. I'm sorry. Like that's just like it's some bullshit, you know. So
Yeah.
you know, people think they can use that, dude, and then just you shouldn't, you know.
Especially now. It's like
Yeah.
now people think it's like now it's like it's been going on. That shit's been going on forever. But like I think most people are generally pretty cool, especially where we live. Like there's not too much of that shit.
No. Like it's just I mean, yeah, there's different parts of the city that like not this city, but like
It
you know,
exists.
yeah.
It exists, but like we're not
It's
in
just it's
19.
not everywhere. It's not everywhere. It exists. It's not everywhere. And just because you're not getting sold beer,
It's a
it
stupid,
ain't, it's a stupid thing to say. You know, it's like that makes you look dumb as fuck. You know.
right? It's like if you pulled out money and you had your ID and like then he didn't sell you the beer and told you,
Yeah.
told you to fuck off like that. I
Yeah.
get that, but it's like, bro, you
Yeah.
have my fucking ID. Like, don't
But
be
if
a
he
fool.
actually, yeah, if he
Be
actually would have told, if he actually would have told you, hey, you know, I'm not selling you beer because you're fucking Mexican, then
yeah.
yeah, and then I would have been like, yeah, this fucking guy's Mexican, bro. Like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm not buying stuff from here.
You
But
brown,
like,
he was like, you brown piece of shit. Get out of here.
yeah, exactly.
Like, you're
Yeah,
like, what? Yeah.
but like, but this guy's cool as hell. Like every time I'm in there, so I'm just like, I feel bad for this dude. This guy's so nice. So I'm just like, whatever, bro. Like, just. And actually, I went in there yesterday because I was on my way back from getting a pizza down the street, and I was like, "Hey man, you had any more people coming?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that's you, huh?" He's like, "No, no, I haven't had that." He's like, "But yeah, man, he's like, well, good looking out last time." And I was like, "Yeah, man, like just stay safe, like like don't be don't be getting into more race wars with somebody."
We
But
went we went mountain biking. It's funny. I thought you were gonna say. I thought you'd tell a similar story. This has nothing to do with race, but like we went mountain biking at like 7 in the morning, and we were
hmm
heading towards Marietta. And we stopped at a 7-Eleven at 7 in the morning, dude. It was early. We got up early,
hmm
and bro, there's a lady there trying to buy booze, dude, and she had to be like 45, and
yeah,
I was like, what the fuck? Like, why can't you buy booze? And
hmm
dude, I didn't realize that she wasn't talking at the time. I didn't just she like pulled out money and she was like, and I was like, what? Like I was looking at my buddy like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I realized that she had the like, I mean, I feel bad kind of saying this, but like she had the meth jaw, like no teeth. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
Little
yeah,
girl.
yeah, yeah,
And she
yeah, yeah,
couldn't talk because she didn't have the fucking teeth and all that. I
yeah,
mean, I didn't. She didn't like smile or anything, but she was like, "Mm, mm, 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 mm."
yeah,
And I was like, we're like, no, it's like 7. It's too early for fucking drinks. Like, no.
yeah. No,
Uh,
it's not.
you trying to do puppy dog eyes? I was like, no, we can't. And
Yeah.
apparently, the guy was super cool too. Like, she's like, don't buy anything for her. She stole beer like the other night, and I was like,
Oh,
or the other day, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he's like, I don't know, he was just like the nicest dude. Gave my buddy free coffee. And we just took off. We're like, sorry, like I felt bad for her though, man. But like, I'm not gonna buy you beer. Like,
yeah, yeah.
that's in the
It's
morning,
especially at
you know?
seven in the morning.
It's like
And
you need a coffee or you need to go back to bed. Like, fuck. I've never been one of those
uh
types though. I've never been one of those types who like I don't know if you've done it, but like where you drink in the night and then you're like, oh, you wake up kind of fucking crudo and hungover and shit.
yeah,
You drink
yeah.
another beer. I've never done it. I've
Oh,
never do
what do they call that? The hair of the dog or
hair of the
whatever. Like,
dog. I've never done
yeah.
the hair of the dog. Have you?
You know who? No, I don't do it, but I know people that yeah, they would do that shit, and I'd be like, dude, how the fuck do you do that shit, dude? I cannot. I watched them do it, and I was like, my uncle used to do that shit, dude. My uncle used to do that shit when we were I remember when I was younger, we used to go to Arizona, and then like we'd be at my uncle's pad over there, and then they'd be making birria or whatever, and then like they're all drinking shit, and then next you know, like the next morning, I hear my uncle like go take a shower, and he comes out, goes straight to the fridge, and all I hear is like he's all I'm just like, fuck, dude. I was like, why is he drinking so early? But I guess it was that, dude. He's like, you just gotta keep it going. I can't do it, dude.
Yeah, bro. You know what I need? I
No,
need some sleep. I need some Gatorades. I heard Pedialyte's good. I've never had it, but
yeah,
some of that
yeah.
shit and some chips and shit.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
man,
dude. Hey,
that's what
but like my little concoction that I would do would be I was getting fucked up. I take ibuprofen. I take about 2 or 3 ibuprofen. I down a Gator or a Pedialyte, and then drink a bunch of water, and then like make sure that I had water next to me because I know I'll wake up in the middle of the night, like just dry, like a little desert, I'd be like, fuck. So yeah,
works.
yeah, that shit works. That shit definitely works.
And I give shout outs to all the homies that would leave a bottle of water wherever the fuck I was sleeping. Most likely the couch. I would be like, dude, because I'd wake up super like thirsty, dry
Yeah,
tongue, like the last thing you want to do is get up and like find water. So
yeah.
like, oh man, those people who like would leave you aspirin and bottle of water next to wherever you're sleeping. You guys are the fucking MVP. You're the number one, dude.
Hey, no, hey, dude, my mom, real MVP, dude. My mom would, I remember sometimes coming back from your pad and shit, dude, when we used to fucking drink, get all fucked up, get back home. The next day, dude, she'd be like, "Estás crudo, huh?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And then she'd be like, and then she'd get all pissed off, and then boom, dude, she gave me a cup, water, and put that, the Mexican one, the picot. It's like a little powder, and then you throw it in there, and it's like Alka Seltzer.
Okay,
Should be, and then she squeezed a lime in it, and she'd be here, drink it. And she
really?
was like, yeah, dude, like
Healthy
should be
drink?
here, huh? Hell yeah, dude, because my stomach's all, your stomach's all turned and shit. and she's all, toma, por pendejo. And I'm like, you know, yeah. So like I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, this shit works. But dude, but the last time I honestly haven't really been like fucked up. But the last time I was like really fucked up was I was with my girl, and I think we were coming back. No, where was I? Well, actually, we were at her friend's house. It was her birthday, dude, and we're fucking taking. First of all, we're taking shots of Patron.
Oh my god.
We're drinking beer, and then I decided, oh, like, oh, I want to be the cool Mexican guy at the party because there were a bunch of like fucking people from like Salvador, like Salvadorian people, like, you know, whatever. And so I was like, no, there's a liquor store. I went to the liquor store, get some clamato and to make micheladas. No, dude, I started, and then her friend's boyfriend, that fool smoked. He's like, hey, you want to go smoke? I'm like, yeah. So we go outside and go smoke, dude. Fucking worst mistake of my life, dude. I ended up like getting like crossfaded. And I remember telling my girlfriend, like, oh, I just need to lay down for a minute. She went to go put me in the car. I woke up in Temecula, bro. We were in LA, we were in Hawthorne. And then she's like, oh, welcome in Temecula. So I was like, fuck, dude. She took care of me though.
That's good.
So that's the good thing about having a girl, dude. Fucking take care of your ass when you're fucked up.
I've been taken care of for sure.
Yeah.
Good. God bless you if you're listening to this. God bless you. You should take care of me. I
Yeah.
last time I got fucking thrashed, and then I was talking to someone about it. It was last summer. So
Hmm.
I bought a scooter,
Okay.
a little scooter, and we take it to the beach. And there's the meme or the slang or whatever you want to call it. I
Hmm.
had a hot girl summer, bro. Fucking, I'd be drinking White Claw. I got fucking whatever else we're drinking. I got
White
fucking
plus.
wrecked because I don't know what it is. I think it's like the sun
Hmm.
dehydrates you,
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
and and you're drinking White
The
Claw
beer.
drinks, and with drinks, and I probably smoked too. And so I was like, dude, I don't know how I got my scooter home, dude. I just
No,
remember
dude.
like, and that's really bad. So if you are listening, don't ever do that.
Yeah. Don't ever.
I made a big mistake that day and never done it ever again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the time, before I drove, I was having a pretty good time. But
Yeah.
that's probably the
Yeah.
last.
Don't.
I've been taking it easy since last summer. I'm not really partaking too much, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that
No.
anymore. I can't take it.
Yeah. No. No. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do. I can't really do it like I used to do. I remember. I know now. Nowadays, I told people like, oh yeah, those days are behind me. I don't really get fucked up like that anymore. And I used to always tell them, I go, dude, I spend my time at your pad all the time just drinking. We were just drink. I was like, dude, that's all we would do. Just hang out and drink. And hang out and
Beer
drink. Go
fest.
party. Yeah, beer fest. We used to beer fest it up and do all kind of shit. And it's just like nowadays, like, dude, I can't. I mean, I think for a little while there, I was hooked on like some IPAs, and then I like go buy a 6 pack and keep it in my room, like in a little fridge, and
Yeah.
drink one or two. But nah, dude, to say that I can be out there and hang like before,
No, yeah, definitely
not
not.
happening. Yeah, don't drink and drive, kids.
Oh, it's so easy to have Ubers now.
Yeah,
So it's tough to like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
how
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
can leave your car and just be like, yeah, just fucking take me home.
Dude,
Pretty
Ubers, right? Ubers are like that's crazy. Like I think that's as much as it's been around, I've never called one
You've
myself,
never
but
called one
I've never called one, but
ever.
I would no, never. I don't think I have an app. I don't even have the app or anything.
Wow, good for you. Fuck.
Yeah, because I don't never need it because every time I'm gonna go somewhere, like I'm always either somebody's driving or I'm not drinking, and but my brother, he's been on those things like crazy. He's like last time I was hanging out with him down in the gas lamp for his birthday, he called an Uber and like wanted to go out and drink and shit, and so that was like the first time, like that was like probably like my third time being in like in an Uber, and I was like. It's just weird, dude. To me, it's weird. I don't know. I don't know if you think it's odd, but especially through the whole COVID thing, like being in somebody else's car, and it's just like I don't know. It's kind of
I'll tell you,
weird.
I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you a story. This
Yeah.
is the weird part about it. During COVID, normal time is like whatever. I don't care.
Hmm.
But like during COVID, we got picked up by this dude, and he's all. He wasn't even wearing a mask. I don't think. And he was like, we were wearing some. We were wearing masks,
Hmm.
and he's like, "It's cool. You don't have to wear yours." And then I was like, I was so awkward that like I think I took mine off, right? Or maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But I was like, it was like very awkward. I'm like, why the fuck are you telling me to not take it? Like, I don't have to wear it. I'm like, I'm in your car. Who knows how many people have been in here?
I
Who
know,
knows who
right?
cleaned it? Who knows what, who knows whatever. And then
Hmm.
we're getting dropped off to the airport. And he's like, I don't know how the fuck it got to this. But he's like, want to wear my glasses? I was like, yeah, man, sure. I'll wear your glasses. And I put them on. They're the fucking wackest glasses ever. They're like fake Gucci glasses that did not fit my face. He was like a big dude, man. Like
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
was like a heavier set guy. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I literally put them on and I like look at my girl and I'm like, just laughing inside. I'm like, I look fucking stupid right now. And I was like, cool,
They,
man. And I like give them back, but I couldn't be like, nah, man, I'm good. Like I was too nice about it. And it's like really one of those weird things. Like there's some
and
weird people that have no, like they can't read the room. They don't have those social skills where I'm like, I don't want to
right,
wear my mask, bro. I don't want to wear your fucking glasses. Like, just get me to where I need to be.
dude. That day I was in that Uber with my brother. Like, I was. I'm not saying I was super weirded out, but as soon as I got in the car, I closed the door and I just sat there, dude, like with my hands on my fucking lap, like put the seatbelt on, I just sat there, like I didn't want to touch anything in there. I don't know why. It was just like I was like, all right, I got sanitizer, but like the guy seemed pretty chill. There's an Indian dude, but I was just like, I don't know about that. I was like, I'm still not gonna fucking. I don't think I feel comfortable touching the inside of your car, especially knowing that there's people in and out of this shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I think I think after a while, when the whole COVID thing started, though, I kind of had a little bit of anxiety. I was thinking like, fuck, dude, like if I get sick, am I gonna fucking die? Like that's all I could think about, you know. But as it's gone on, I'm just like, and right now I'm fully vaccinated. I've been vaccinated already. I already I
Have
have
you?
the whole deal. Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you
I
did
got
you
it.
get it beforehand? Did you get it
Huh?
before? Did you get it beforehand?
No,
COVID.
oh no, I never had it. But I'm saying like
Yeah.
I got, but they offer the vaccinations, and I'm just like, but that shit freaked me out too. 'Cause I'm thinking so like, well, what if I have a bad reaction? What if what if I this whatever? So I was like, fuck it, dude. Like, just, boom, stab me, whatever. Just do what you gotta do. Didn't. I'm fine, but
You
I
didn't
don't
feel
know, dude. I mean, huh?
you didn't feel any side effects or anything?
I think this when I got this two, it's a two-step shot. The second one, I did feel obviously you get the sore arm, but then you also get I felt tired that day. I felt I feel like I had like a hot flash, like when I came home. I kind of felt hot. I was like, fuck, I opened the window. So I felt that, and then I did feel kind of like a headache. And so yeah, that I did. But other than that, that's all I felt. I think.
Dude, I think I got COVID twice.
You did?
I think so, dude. Uh,
What?
so I tell this story because in December I came back from China,
You
and
were in China?
I was in China in December of 2019.
Uh-huh.
So I came back like December 23rd or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like 500 miles or so from Wuhan.
Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? This is a real story?
I'm dead serious. This is a real story. This is for real.
It's not, it sounds like a setup for like a
No,
joke
no,
and
no, it's
shit.
not a setup. It's like where we're at is 500 miles from Wuhan.
Oh
So when
shit.
we came back um, in January, I felt like shit, dude. Like I've never really felt like that for anything.
Yeah.
Felt horrible. But there was no test at the time. This is January.
Mm-hmm.
I went to this place and I'm like, hey, I've been hearing about this new virus, the coronavirus. And like the people there didn't fucking, they didn't take it seriously in January. So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, fuck you guys. I like left. I was like, so you're not gonna like help me out with that?
Yeah.
Whatever. I felt like shit, felt weak, went through it, and then it happened again in September. But I got the test. I got the swab and the nose test.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's negative, but I could swear you have all the symptoms of COVID.
Right.
And I'm like, sweet, okay. And it took me like 9 days to recover. It was
Really?
the second time was worse, dude.
Damn.
It was worse because Bro, I lost a lot of. I feel like I lost a lot of weight, and
Really?
I didn't want to eat at all. I didn't want to eat for like a week. I just like
Shit.
forced myself to eat shit, but I wasn't hungry at all,
Fuck.
and just had mad headaches and mad fever. Like it was just
Yeah.
fucking through the roof. So I was like,
Uh,
"Yeah, you're stoked that you got the vaccine because it's
yeah.
not it's not at least from what I'm pretty sure it was that it's not the it doesn't feel like the worst thing. Like it's not a 10, but
Yeah.
it's not serious. It doesn't fucking feel good. It feels shitty.
No, yeah. Well, I think like uh watch. So this whole okay, so I think the year well last year obviously I moved into where I'm at right now in February last year. The beginning of February, but before that I was living on Temecula with my girl, right? So I was living out there for almost a year, and probably around September of 2019, I I got sick, dude. I got like my throat was like hurting like crazy. I couldn't swallow anything. Like I got fever. I felt sick as fuck, right? Like really sick. I remember I was at work and I couldn't even stand, dude. Like I started like having cold sweats and shit. So like I felt like shit. And I remember looking in the back of my throat and I could see like all this white like shit in the back of my throat. I think, oh fuck, I think I got strep throat, you know? That's what strep throat looks like. But I went to go get checked, and they were like, "Nah, you don't fucking have strep. You don't even have." They check for all kind of shit. They check for mono. They check for all kind of weird shit, and they're like, "Nah, we don't." And then this is what they said. They said we've been getting a lot of these people coming in like this with your same symptoms, but we don't know what it is. That's what they said. I'm thinking to myself, fuck, the fuck could it be? Like I didn't have any trouble breathing. I just had fever, that the whole throat thing, and then
Were you
I couldn't
tired?
eat. Yeah, I was tired. I couldn't
Like,
eat
did you feel?
anything.
You know what I mean? Like, did you feel like really tired? Like, I remember like
Well, I felt weak as fuck. Like I'd be like laying in bed with a fever, and I was just like I couldn't like get. I think I started to feel almost like when I had pneumonia a few years back, and that shit was bad as fuck too. So I kind of felt the same weakness that I did when I had pneumonia. Like just like literally laying there like a just like a zombie, dude. Like I couldn't
yeah,
fucking get up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have that, but like it was a pain. Like if I walked like 10 feet,
Hmm.
it was like you would think I had a backpack with like 200 pounds on it. It was like impossible to do. It was like really hard. Like if I
I
walked
think
2 feet, I'd be like, oh shit. Like I'm just like,
I
fuck.
was when you said that, I like a picture was a fucking scene in the Kill Bill where he walks like 5 steps and he fucking dies.
I know, yeah. So I
When
felt
she hits him with that weird ass
like
thing, and then
heart,
he
heart,
like
heart explode punch. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's what I
But
felt like, dude. I was just like, fuck, I could just drop dead right now. I felt fucking felt awful.
yeah. Well, and then so like all they gave me was like they gave me some like some steroids and some antibiotics, and then like sent me on my way, and then like shit cleared up, and I was like, fuck. But I went back to work, and I was at home with my girl, and she was sleeping next to me, but she never got sick. So I don't know, dude. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Same, same.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
girl tripping. She, was like in close contact. And she's very much like she's has consideration. She thinks she's gonna get sick of
Hmm.
COVID, so she's been avoiding a lot of shit. But
Hmm.
then like she's next to me, and I have like all the symptoms, and then later she's like freaking the fuck out, like, dude, you were next to me. We fucking kissed, and fucking like now I'm gonna get sick, and I'm like, my bad.
Yeah,
I don't know how to fucking COVID,
I know,
but
right? Like
nothing happened.
exactly.
How
So
do you explain that?
I don't know, dude. Like I said, it happened in September. Then you fast forward to like January, and they're talking about it. February, they're like, oh yeah, like it's a thing, guys. Like it's coming. And then boom, fast forward now, and there's like I don't know over how 400,000, 400 million Americans dead from COVID. I'm like,
I don't know.
okay,
I don't know the stats. I think it's
yeah,
cases. I don't know how many died though. I
yeah.
think it's 4 million cases, but I don't know how many died. I have no idea. You could be right. I have no idea.
Been a lot of people dead for sure, but I don't know, dude. It's like I hate this whole COVID thing is kind of weird, dude, because like
They sweep it
it's
in with other stuff, right?
no, what's that?
They sweep it in with other stuff.
Oh yeah, it's
Like, be like he had pneumonia, but he also had COVID,
well, no. What
right?
I'm trying to say is like,
Oh,
no. What I'm saying is like, people are making this like everything, dude. Everything these days is a conspiracy. Everything's a
oh,
conspiracy.
for
You
sure.
know, everything, dude. It's COVID. Fucking what's that dude's name? The one that got killed, the black dude with the on his neck.
Ooh,
The dude they knelt on his neck. What's his name? I'm having a brain fart. Um,
that's a
remember
fuck.
the
Yeah,
the cop put his
yeah,
knee on his
yeah,
back of his neck.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
George Floyd or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
even stuff like that. They say, oh yeah, that's conspiracy. Like just like everything is a conspiracy. And I'm just like, dude. Okay, so there's one girl at work, dude, that doesn't want to get vaccinated, right?
Okay.
So I'm not gonna name any names, but out of the whole building, like I think for the exception of like two other providers that are there, they don't they it's not they're not obligated to get vaccinated, but they're like, oh well, we're not obligated, they're not gonna do it. And it's just like the only things that I get from this individual is that, oh no, it's a conspiracy, like there's not really happening, it's just there's no fucking COVID, it's just they're just trying to do this and this, and I'm like, all right, dude, like yeah, okay, fine, I get you what you're saying to me, it's a conspiracy what you're explaining to me, but I don't think that the United States is gonna make all these vaccines with like little tiny little microchips to put inside every single one of your bodies. Like it's just like, come on, it's a little far fetched for me. I don't know. It just sounds like a movie, you know? And
Well,
it's just like,
I said because of this too. It's like it wasn't just the U.S. It's like the whole country.
well,
Oh,
yeah. The whole world, like they're not gonna microchip everybody through, you know, like come on, like really, like that's really what they're gonna go for. If that's what they want to spend their money on, like I think they got bigger shit going on than spending money to make little tiny cell like, you know, I don't know, dude. It really bothers me because I'm just like, now you don't want to fucking get in, you don't want to take it. Now that means that like everyone around you has taken it, and now everyone has to still be very precaution, take caution, because you're the only one that doesn't have it. And then now, if you go on the CDC website, they're saying that people that have been fully vaccinated can now hang out together with no mask and no social distancing.
they're good.
So, yeah, like they can hang out with people that have been vaccinated, but then they're saying like, oh, but if you're with somebody that hasn't been fully vaccinated, then you should still wear a mask and take precaution. I don't know. It's like it's so confusing, dude. It's so
Weird
confusing.
to me.
Yeah,
That's
I
weird to
just
me.
like it's very weird.
How the fuck is it, how would they even? Is that's just a suggestion, right?
No, that's the CDC. That's the
Yeah,
Center for Disease Control. That's they're saying that
no,
that's what
but I'm saying
because
these aren't enforceable rules. This is just what they say.
no, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They're saying that you're allowed to do that now. Like they're not gonna. Like the cop comes knocking at your door and they see 5 fully vaccinated people without masks, fucking hanging out playing fucking, uh, you know, fucking what's that game called? The one where you
Pinochle.
got to put your, huh?
I was all pinochle. No,
No, I don't know what that is, but that just was funny.
like
But
old game. Cards
like
Against
twist, like Twister or whatever the fuck, you know,
Humanity.
like they're not gonna fucking shut it down and put you in prison, you know, like you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know how, but like, I feel like the cops don't give a shit.
Oh, dude. Well, I think cops only give a shit when like somebody calls them, so hey, this fucking guy's not wearing a mask. Like and they
For
go, yeah,
sure.
there's some action here. Let's get this fucking guy out of here.
I
But
don't know.
even them, dude, even them,
I
like
think they give
even
a shit at all.
cops, yeah, it's just I don't know. It's kind of getting kind of old, and I kind of wish this shit would just go away. It's not gonna go away, but you know,
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
it's
over it.
kind of yeah, dude. Because honestly, like you know, some people are trapped, dude. Some people are trapped in like their homes and shit. Like no one
Yeah,
wants to come out. You know, kids are going to school online. Parents are working from home. Like there's nothing else for them to do. There's nowhere else.
yeah.
And if you do go out, where do you go? You know,
I don't
where do
know.
you go?
It's different for everybody.
Yeah, and it's funny because the people that actually decide to start going out when they shouldn't go out, they end up having COVID, and it's it's out there, you know, it's still there, and people are trying to like, yeah, but it's hard to stay home. It's like, yeah, it's hard to stay home and stay safe. I get it. Yeah, it's
The
really hard.
funny the funny thing is, I feel like besides going to China, when I think I got it the second time, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
I stayed home, bro. I didn't do anything. I was just like, I was like not doing shit. I was just at the house chilling. So
Yeah.
like, how the fuck did that happen? And then there's
Hmm.
times after that where I was like, yeah, I'm like, I want like there's activity outside. I don't know if you like go outside on the weekends or if you like hang out anywhere. But
Me?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I mean,
Like bars
I
are still open. Like they just
yeah.
everyone outside. And I'm like, okay, well, like what's the difference between the inside and the outside? And it's like I'm told like the outside has circulation. I'm like, yeah, but we're literally a couple feet away. I don't even think we're 6 feet away, man. Like,
Hey,
and I've
dude,
been
I'll
in
tell you
other
what,
places where like people are coughing and sneezing and they're just fucking. I'm like,
dude. The one place that never shut down during this whole COVID thing was Old Town Temecula.
oh really?
Old Town Temecula never shut down because, from what I understand, is the the I don't know, it's a sheriff. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what kind of police it is to have there, but that guy was like so anti shutting down that he said he wasn't gonna enforce any sort of law from the governor, and like wasn't gonna shut down any places. Because I remember we went a couple months ago. We went to I think this was a little bit after Christmas or before Christmas. I can't remember. I think it was during Christmas because we went to that restaurant called 1909,
Yeah.
and a really good place by the way. But yeah, we went there, dude, and that shit was fucking popping, dude. Like it was brunch. It was brunch time. But there's a bunch of people there, dude. Like a bunch of even inside. And I was like, damn. And then like we called ahead of time. We're like, are you guys open? Oh yeah, we're open. You know, okay, they're open for outside. No, dude, this shit was full blown like going off. Like we sat down, we ordered our food, and I was like, afterwards we left, and I was like, damn, dude, like they don't go fuck here. They didn't
So,
get shit. Like it's literally people are walking like up and down that shit like if nothing ever happened. Like they were living like in a bubble that didn't their COVID did not exist. That's kind of what
yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
doing.
I see those people all the time.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
So
don't.
but yeah, yeah. And I don't know, dude. That to me, that shit crazy because I know I've gone out to restaurants. I've been going out to restaurants with my girl. Like not like constantly, but maybe once a weekend or maybe once in the weekend, but like not every weekend. But yeah, like I go and you know, and it's okay. I mean, sometimes the places we do go to, yeah, they are pretty like they spread you out and shit. But you know, they said starting April 1st, they're gonna start opening everything back up. So
Yeah.
it's
We went
coming.
to a spot this weekend where they're open on the inside. We sat inside.
Yeah.
We just started
Oh,
getting our tea. Yeah.
dude, well, I went to Denny's on Saturday. I went to Denny's for dinner and had breakfast, but uh, I was sat inside. We were inside.
Yeah.
We were. I mean, we were spread out, but we are still inside. And
Everyone's
I was
back
like,
to normal. Normal, like as normal as you can be. Like
yeah,
shit
yeah.
that's opening up now. I mean, I don't know about. I know obviously Texas. They went like no one has to rock a mask and no one, like everything's open
Yeah,
here. It's
yeah,
all open.
yeah, dude. I don't give a fuck. I wear masks everywhere. I mean, I first of all, I wear a mask everywhere because of the fact that I have to. I need to go into a fucking business place. But even when I go walk my dog and shit, dude, I still wear a mask. I don't know. I'm just so used to it. I guess at work, I'm always rocking two masks at work, and it just doesn't. It feels like normal, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I always have it on.
I feel like it's become. I don't think it's about that big of a deal though. Like, how hard is it to
But
rock a mask?
but see now there is this thing that they were talking about saying that so this whole thing started and everyone's wearing a mask or most people have been wearing a mask. They said that so far this year, there's only been one flu related death,
Uh-huh.
one child flu related death, one in the whole US. So I'm
Sure.
thinking to myself, like one person. Then I was talking to the doctor at work, and I was like, yeah, okay, I get that, but you know, that's counting how many people, like, like how many people do you actually know? Like this is a part this is a part that trips me out. You know how they have all these numbers that they know about, like, so, oh yeah, there's really people that are sick and this many people have died or whatever. And I get they can count that because people die and then they call the 911, whatever. But you start thinking about, like, you say, oh, only one kid has died from the flu, but what if there's a kid that lives on the fucking boonies and shit and dies of, you don't, those you don't know. Those you don't know. I think that's it's kind of dumb for me to think that way, but I'm saying, like, but it's still impressive to know that we as a I guess a country, we did something because something else was happening. So you accomplish something, but then because of a tragedy, like a like a pandemic, like, stopped another illness to kill you, but then this illness can still kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird thing, don't you think? Like you're saving yourself from corona, but yet, or you're trying to save yourself from corona, but then you completely, like, made the flu non-existent. I
That's
don't
a
know.
trip. That's a trip.
It's a trip, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like I don't know how that. It's like, yeah, I don't know how to. Can't really wrap my head around this shit. It's kind of weird.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean,
we
there's
stop.
there's been a lot of shit that's been trippy about 2020, but
Yeah.
2021, dude, I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. I had a lot of shit
Well, dude.
fucked up last year, a lot of shit canceled, and I was just like, fuck, man. I hope it cracks this year. I hope it's better.
Well, that's why my hopes are that my wedding doesn't get canceled, dude. Because I want to have a fun good time. I want to get out of here. I want to be somewhere.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like
It'll
I
be
need
good.
that.
It'll be good, bro. It'll be good.
It better
Fuck,
be.
dude.
Well,
I think it's a fucking great break for the end of the podcast.
yeah,
So thank you for listening to the very first one. We'll be back next week for
yeah,
some good new shit. All right. Peace.
yeah. Later.